I'd do that with you today and talk through some habits that I'm bringing into 2025. I wouldn't really say that I'm a resolutions person. I'm more about creating healthy habits for the long term. And I feel like 2024, I kind of got a few really good habits down that I'm really happy with, and I'm really excited to take them into 2025. So I'll do my skincare first, grab a coffee and get ready, and then I'll do my makeup. I really need some lip balm because my lips are so dry. By the way, I'm in my bathroom. I'm trying to talk really quietly because it's so echoey. I did test with a microphone, but the sound was just really weird, so hopefully this is okay. To be honest, my skincare routine's pretty short, so we shouldn't be in here too long. So as I said, I spent a lot of 2024 curating healthier habits, one of which was consistent exercise. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but in 2023, I broke my leg. It was a whole thing. I was in hospital for ages and I had to have an operation to put a couple of metal plates in my leg. Recovery time was extremely slow and I was immobile for a long time. In that time, obviously, there was absolutely no exercise being done. And I got into some really bad habits. So exercise was definitely one of the things that I wanted to really get back on track in 2024. The type of exercise that I was doing before my accident, I can't really do anymore. And what I was really craving was a habit. I wanted a routine. So I signed up for the gym and I said to myself, I'm going to go as many mornings as I possibly can every week. 4 times a week was what I was aiming for, and I pretty much stuck to that. Apart from when I got COVID, like in August, and any times that I've been away, I haven't been as regular then with the exercise, but otherwise I would say that I've pretty much stuck to 3 to 4 times a week going to the gym. I've actually found that I love it so much. So I took out the gym membership in July 2024 and I was pretty consistent for like the rest of that year. So I found that now it's come to January, I don't feel like it's daunting, like I'm actually just really looking forward to getting back into it. So I'd say that I succeeded in the winter arc. I feel like the game changer in that has been habit stacking. If you don't know what habit stacking is, definitely do some research on it because it's foolproof. Like, it is the best way to create long-term habits and achieve your goals. So have a look into it, otherwise I can probably do a video on the things that I've done and the things that I've found that helps me. The next sort of healthy habit is related to that, and it's just paying attention to what is going into my body and paying attention to what I'm consuming. I am not great with organisation in my own personal life. My job requires me to be really organised, but in my own life, I need a lot of prep. I need to make things as easy for myself as possible. And I think where I was probably going wrong in the past was I was trying to do too much, and that's not sustainable for me. Like, I'm just not going to spend 2 full days in the kitchen prepping meals for the next like 3 weeks. I'm not going to do that. 1, I don't have enough space in my fridge or freezer to do that, and 2, it's just not me. I just don't want to be doing that. But with going to the gym so much, I want to make sure that what I'm eating is good for me. I'm getting enough calories and it's all nutritious and tasty. It has to taste good. I cannot abide bland food. So what I focused on was upping my protein intake and switching my snacks. I would eat a lot of crisps. So I've switched out my crisps to snacky foods that are just a little bit of a better choice for me, because I don't really move a lot at work. I do a desk job, so I'm not really burning a lot of calories in the day, and having like a rotation of lunches for work that are really easy for me to prep, that don't need a lot of cooking time, but they're just easy to assemble. And what I will say is Emily English, I think she's like the nutritionist on like her socials, all of her recipes I find so tasty, and they're really easy to adapt as well. Like, if there's something I don't eat, don't want, or don't really like in any of her recipes, so easy to switch out. So yeah, she's been a godsend. I've definitely noticed a difference like in myself with the additional exercise and changing out my diet a little bit and just paying a bit more attention. I'm in my 30s now. I can't just eat 5 family bags of crisps and call that a day of eating. I need to actually put some effort in, and I'm noticing such a difference in like my body, my energy, definitely like my mind as well. So definitely want to take those habits into 2025. Just need to do SPF and then I'm done with skincare, and I am like gagging for a coffee. I literally love this SPF. It's one of the best ever. Skin is feeling very fresh and hydrated. Let's get a coffee and get an outfit together. waiting for this. I normally have my coffee a little bit earlier, but the morning's dragged on. Okay, let's carry on getting ready and talking about habits. Whilst I'm doing that, I'll also do my makeup. This is all of my like everyday makeup in this Vive makeup bag. I think they've come out with another one which is cream, and I really want to get my hands on it. I feel like it's all going to fall out. You can see it's an absolute mess. It's not organised at all, but it comes like with 2 big compartments, like little side pockets. So good, you can fit so much in it, so it's really good for traveling as well. And yeah, I really want the cream one. So you can see I've got my morning coffee, and I think I've mentioned coffee already in this video about 5 times, so you might think that I'm a massive coffee addict, but I'm not. Another habit that I implemented last year was to reduce my caffeine intake. I am largely a coffee drinker. I have the odd cup of tea, and as I mentioned, I work in an office and we love a hot beverage in our office. There will be tea rounds done so many times throughout the day, and I was finding that I was saying yes to every single tea round. Because I mostly drink black coffee, I was honestly drinking about 9 cups of black coffee a day, and I like it quite strong. That was so bad for me. And even when I was recovering from my broken leg, my mum would actually be with me in the daytime just to make sure that I didn't just wither away by myself. And the amount of tea that woman gave me, and I mean, let's be real, I was accepting it. I was never declining the cups of tea. But I just found that I was drinking so much caffeine. And some people can handle that, but I really can't. I was feeling extremely anxious. I was feeling really jittery, really hot, like my chest just didn't feel good at all. It was just way too much caffeine. And the thing is, I love coffee, so I didn't want to give it up, but I knew I had to drastically reduce the amount of caffeine that I was drinking. So I would say that the majority of last year, I stuck to 1 caffeinated beverage a day, and that was just my morning coffee. And I feel way better for it, so I am definitely going to be keeping that in 2025. One of my goals for 2025, and I'm not really talking about goals in this video, but one of my goals is to get our kitchen done this year. We have lived in our house for about 6 years, and the kitchen was always one of the main priorities. We hate it so much. We just absolutely hate our kitchen. And we just keep putting it off for various reasons. But this is the year that we're going to do it. And I've always said to myself that when we get the kitchen done, I'm going to get a really nice coffee machine. I am the only one that drinks coffee. My boyfriend doesn't. So it's not something that he is particularly bothered with. But I definitely am, and I really want to treat myself to a really nice coffee machine, but we do have to get that kitchen done first. Something else I used to do with my coffee was literally as I roll out of bed, I would put the kettle on and have a coffee. But now I wait until I get to work, so it's probably like 2 hours or so after I get up, probably 3 if I've gone to the gym, that I'll have my morning coffee. And I feel like there is something in that. I swear that there's an article that I think my boyfriend read actually and sent it to me, about not having a coffee the first thing when you wake up in the morning, and like waiting 2 hours or not having it on an empty stomach or something like that. And it's supposed to prevent like the afternoon crash. So by 3 p.m, I would find that I was getting really tired, which is when I'd have another coffee and then have heart palpitations. But actually, since waiting a few hours before having it has definitely made a difference, I would say. Like, I feel more alert in the afternoon. Oh, and going from like 9 hot drinks to 1 I did not enjoy that. I do love a hot drink. It gets cold in the UK and I like to warm my hands on a mug. So what I swap my coffee with is peppermint tea. I have a lot of peppermint tea, and that did take me a while to get used to, I will not lie. Like, there's nothing like a cup of tea or like a coffee, and it did take me a while to like default to a peppermint tea, but I've done it and feel so much better for it. Also helps my stomach as well, peppermint teas. Thinking what to do for blush, and actually I got some bits from Rode. I've never used Rode before. I know, where have I been? And I got a few bits around Christmas time. I literally just treated myself. Nobody bought this for me. I bought it for myself because I really wanted it. I got the glazing milk, and I got one of the peptide lip tints. This is in Toast. And then I got this little duo, so it's another one of the peptide lip tints in Espresso, and then the pocket blush in Toasted Teddy. I think I'm going to use this. I feel like this colour is very perfect for the outfit that I've chosen today. I do not know how pigmented they are, so I'm not going to put too much on. Very creamy. That just sort of like melts onto the skin, like it doesn't drag. Sorry that I've moved away from the habits chat for a sec. Just, I feel like this deserves a bit of a moment. Do you know what I've been doing recently? I've been bringing my blush in like closer towards my nose, like in the centre of my cheeks. I used to just keep it on the outside for a lifted look, but I actually really like bringing it in a bit more. I feel like it's like giving a bit more of a youthful look. And I mean, youth is, I feel like it's not on my side. I know that's dramatic, but anything that's going to make me look a bit more youthful and just plump in the face, I'm here for it. Well done, Road. I'm really excited to try the glazing milk, actually. I feel like that's the thing that I've heard the most about, and the peptide lip tints, which I will probably use today. I think I'll pick the espresso one. Where even was I? We spoke about caffeine and peppermint tea. God, I sound really interesting, don't I? To be honest, I feel like there's only really one more really key habit that I feel like I nailed in 2024 and that I will hands down be bringing into 2025, and that's reading, specifically switching my screen time for book time. It sounds like such a cliche, but I was scrolling a lot. Again, when I was recovering from the leg, we really didn't leave the house when I was recovering. It was bad. And I was bored of TV. I was scrolling so much, but I would say that is when I started gravitating more towards reading. I'd say that it took a bit of a while to make that a really strong habit, but once I did, it became a whole thing. I made a BookTok account, I got new bookshelves, I have a TBR. I set myself a goal in 2024 to read 85 books and I ended on 102. It's a thing, it's a whole thing. And again, I feel like it has just made me feel so amazing. I read in the morning as soon as I get up. I even read at the gym when I'm doing cardio if I've got a Kindle book on the go. There's no way I'm taking out like a big old chunky book with me. I read on my lunch break. I read in the evenings. If I'm traveling, I read on the train. I definitely gravitate towards a book more than I gravitate towards my phone now, and I'm just obsessed with it. There's no other way to say it. And BookTok has been amazing. Like, I literally love the BookTok community that I have on my little page. I feel like I go to bed earlier now because I want to read, and that sort of half hour, potentially an hour of reading before I go to sleep has just made me fall asleep quicker. I get better sleep generally, and I wake up earlier because I'm excited to get a few pages in before I start my day properly. I'll show you the book I'm reading now, actually. I'm reading Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. So this is the second book in a trilogy called the Farseer trilogy, but it's like part of this whole wider world called the Realm of the Elderlings, and I think there's like 16 books in there. It's like high fantasy. I'm like well over halfway through and I'm loving it so much. It's really good, like proper like medieval fantasy vibes. Also, look at this bookmark. It's like a little thing that you slip onto the page, which is awesome. Like, it doesn't like ever come out, and I never lose it. And I actually got that as a Secret Santa present at work. I have no idea who gave it to me, obviously, but I think that was so sweet. So it just shows how books have quite literally filtered into my whole life, and I really want to show like more of that on here. I did debate as to whether to start a whole new channel, but I can barely keep up with this one, so let's not have another channel. I'm just going for a bit more of a like casual cozy vibe on this channel anyway, and I feel like maybe there's a lot of you that would also be interested in books as well as the kind of beauty stuff. When I think about the kind of things that I watch on YouTube, like the kind of vlogs that I like watching, it's things that kind of encompass everything, like really cozy, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, books, like all of it. So yeah, definitely will bring more books onto this channel. I just need to figure out how, and if you've got any ideas, let me know. I feel like I'm coming to the end now of the kind of habits that I have like made in 2024 and want to bring into 2025. I suppose there is one more, but I don't know if this really is a habit. It's not a habit. I need to make it a habit, actually. And it is just like to reflect more and slow down a bit. I feel like we can all be a bit guilty of like going at 100 miles an hour, and I know I definitely can as well. I want to do so much that I don't think I enjoy myself when I'm doing anything. And again, that sounds a bit dramatic, but I don't know, like I just feel like I need to sometimes take a look back at what I've achieved or what I'm doing and just actually enjoy it in the moment. I was looking back at some of the goals I had for 2024 and actually looking at what I'd achieved, it was quite a lot. Fair enough, there were some things I didn't achieve and they're the things I can carry over to this year, but there was actually loads on there that I was like, oh wow, I did that, and I didn't even like realise. And I feel like, and I think journaling will help me do this. I started journaling like last year, and I kind of do it intermittently, but I do feel like it helps me. And I've started a new journal where I'm going to do like recaps and like set intentions for the next month and set goals. And I feel like that kind of helps me also just reflect and see like how far I've come or how far I've got yet to go, and like things that I want to do, and it helps to keep me motivated rather than feel like I'm in this never-ending sort of like rush with no plan. So that is a habit that I need to implement. I have no idea what I want to do with my hair today. I feel like I'm just going to leave it, to be honest. I've got like a little bit of filming to do, but that can be quite chilled, and I feel like it looks okay if I just brush it maybe. Let's try that lip tint from Rode. I'm just sharpening a pencil, going to line my lips. Well, this is really shiny. Oh, and that is actually a really nice brown. Sometimes I see things that are like this chocolate brown, but when you actually put them on, they're not that dark. It doesn't have a scent though, does it? Which I actually think I prefer. Just going to do some fragrance and then I'll sign off. This quite literally is my favorite fragrance at the moment. It's by Laboratory Perfumes and it's called Atlas. If you like something that just went all in my mouth, that was a bad idea. Try again. If you like something that's like really sexy, spicy, really warm, like perfect for this time of year, this is amazing. I have no idea what the notes are, but I'll link it in the description. If you're interested, you can have a look. Well, I think I'm done. Thank you so much for listening. I've got no idea how long this video is going to be. This is a bit of a different style of video for me. So let's see how we go. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you want more like this. I feel like this is the kind of thing that I watch the most of. And I'd be interested to do a bit more of it. Well, I mean, I say that now, I haven't edited this yet, so I may edit it and be like, absolutely not, never doing this again. But let me know if you like it, and let me know what other kind of content you want to see from me. Beauty, fashion, books, it's all kind of there. Like, it's all there. All of my interests, I would love to share them with you here on YouTube. And I've also realised that I've hit 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing considering I've barely uploaded anything in the last year. So thank you so much for that. Thanks for sticking with me. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video.